that raise your hand if you were into circus, sideshow stuff of any kind. Matt's into it.
Not in the way that you guys are.
Yeah, I read a few different books.
It was very 90s.
I went through a period. Yeah. It was very 90s. Jim Rose and all that. So, but did you know what I learned in the book Memoirs of a Sword Swallower? Is that sword swallowers would also, this is like in the 1920s, 30s, they would swallow neon tubes, like a loop that was just, yay long, and they would swallow it and then turn it on. So it would light up out of their chest.
I want to do that.
Well, think twice.
I've seen someone do this before, and I've heard of an accident, which is I wonder if what you're getting to now.
Yes. Yeah. So the perilous part of this was that a neon tube, apparently back then, I guess neon technology has improved. It used to be that you could only turn it on so many times, or maybe just it's fragile, right? It's a neon tube, it's glass.
Yeah.
After so many uses, you turn it on and it would just shatter inside your body.
Yeah.
And that's not good for you. See? Yeah, AK is out. Bye.
Well, Evan, if you can swallow a neon tube, you can play Daggerheart ball, right? Welcome to the Pocket Dimension Live, everybody. Today we're going to be picking our own teams for Dagger Ball. Welcome to the Pocket Dimension Live, everybody. Consider this my application to Jox Machina. I'm Fitz.
I'm Matt.
AK muted?
Muted.
We lost.
Oh, that's AK. That's AK. I got your back, AK. And I'm Evan. I made Allison so upset that she first left the stream and then second has decided to not talk to us anymore.
Yes.
So
I understand though. I completely understand.
I know. Unfortunately, AK is the one who has to explain what in the hell we're doing today.
She's already
actually, let's try this. Let's try to do it. Let's try to do our best version of what we're going to do, and then when AK figures her stuff out, we're going to see how different it is. Right?
Look, I think I got it. Boy. I think I've got it. All right.
What about now?
There we go.
That was a close one.
You thwarted my efforts to try to explain what we're going to do today, AK.
Can I please give my intro again, because it was really good and I'm really sad.
Yes. Do it. Okay, we're rewinding, and
I'm Matt.
I'm AK, and when I die, I want to be turned into a firework. Feels like the right thing to announce that. What?
Yeah.
Let's get a little goth today.
I like it.
Every day.
I love it.
Let's talk about our death.
I like that flavor
I love it.
of funeral. Mine was just going to be turned into a diamond and shot into space, but yours is more colorful.
I want to make one more big loud bang when I go.
I don't actually want to talk about your death in the week of your birth.
That is true.
That's true. We haven't sung a happy birthday to AK yet.
Yeah, do it.
Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Demon.
Matt's over there with emphysema. Asthmatic birthday.
I'm so
quick life
excited
update.
that I'm finally 50.
Yeah.
I've decided from now on that
You're
I don't understand why women lie about their age, or people. I guess it's not just women in the other way. I'm going to start telling people I'm significantly older than I am.
Yeah.
Just so they'll be like, wow, she looks amazing for her age. I don't get why more people don't do that.
Great.
Works for me.
I'd never thought of that. That's actually a good idea.
It's genius.
Quick shout out to Fire Drake. who wants to be turned into dice
Yes.
when they die.
Ooh. You know what?
Man, because then people can curse the hell out of you if you roll badly or praise you.
You know,
That's
they make dice out of teeth and bones. So all I'm saying is absolutely grab a couple molars, man. Make some D20s. I'm down for that.
I was thinking it was like ashes inside, like those liquid dice. Like put your ashes inside some liquid dice.
Oh my god. AK, can we
that's what I
save some
thought.
of your ashes, mix it with glitter, and make it a liquid core dice? Okay.
Hell yes.
Amazing.
That's
And by-
even better than a firework. Oh my god.
And
by
can I
we,
keep your teeth in a
Fitz?
box in my attic?
Oh no.
That
She
too.
didn't like
Apparently
that
not.
either.
Well, I mean, you can keep.
boy.
You guys are welcome to my teeth when I die. Yes, Matt. You
Well,
have a
I was
question?
gonna say, by we, it's really probably only going to be you. Based on possibility
know.
of age survival.
I think Evan's gonna outlive all of us.
That's possible.
That's what I'm putting. my
That's,
money
that's
on.
highly.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
You probably.
Just a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably got mom's incredibly strong genes. You're more consistently active and healthy. I think you got this.
Yeah.
Thanks. Pizza slice.
What did
I had
miss?
pizza last night. I had 2.5 slices of pizza and enjoyed
There you
every
go.
bite.
Hell yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Smack,
baby.
smack, smack. Smack, smack.
Today it's Art, by the way. Art keeps just quitting.
Oh,
on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
just go Chrome. Just go vanilla
I
Chrome.
can't because my camera doesn't connect via Chrome.
Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, so, AK, why don't you barf out what we're doing before you get kicked out again?
Today we are healing my childhood shadow of never being picked for kickball, dodgeball, daggerball, whatever we want to play.
Yeah.
So instead, I have risen to the throne of team captain alongside my friends from the Hottie Hive. We are going to, in fact, why don't I pull up a little visual? Except for now I'm not sharing my screen anymore. Hold, please.
Hold.
Got it all lined up and everything.
We're professionals. It's all
look.
good.
It's an exciting
so-
icon.
So good at this. Okay. So we have put together. Did I do it right? Yay, it's there.
Sure did.
Okay. So we have 12 classes from Daggerheart. You will notice 3 from the Void. And so the 4 of us are going to make teams of 3 across 3 rounds, picking on who we want, our players. And Evan had a great idea that he's now going to share about setting the scene in a more full and wonderful way.
Well, yeah, I thought it might be fun rather than just pick team of favorites. Right? 'Cause we could do that. We could do that. That would be fun.
I'm still
Totally
going to do
fine.
that.
Yes, AK is still going to do that, and again, that's totally fine. But I thought, what if we ask the lovely folks here with us today? P.S. Shout out Kelly, DT, White Fox, Fire Drake, Daniel. Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
Fire Drake, who
Project
has a
Roleplay
dice with his
TTP.
friend. Fire Drake, who has a dice with his friend's ashes in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my mom in there. So, just gloss right over that.
Just keep going.
So before we jumped on the stream, I just said, "Hey guys, we need a few things. We need a monster, we need an environment, and we need just set the scene." Oh no!
Okay.
At least
That's right. Keep going.
Bless. At least AK told everybody what we're doing because I still don't know. So, and what you guys came up with was, I think this was Daniel, a demon of jealousy. Jealousy, which is specifically a Daggerheart monster. So go to the head of the class, and then I think it was DT said the Chaos Realm because of
Obviously.
course.
No.
And then I think Daniel, you also said that it has to involve some kind of beauty pageant because a demon of jealousy would be jealous of anyone prettier than it, them, whatever they're called. So here's where we landed. We landed with the demon of jealousy and in the Chaos Realm, and we're going to be playing we're at a beauty pageant, right,
Obviously.
Fitz?
Yep.
But one of the beauty pageant, what do you call it? What are the things that they do at the beauty pageant? The
segments, contests.
Yeah, or like each. Welcome back.
Welcome
AK.
back. Do you want to send one of us the link for the?
Evan has it.
Evan,
it's in
you have
Canva.
it. Okay.
Oh, you want me to canvasize it?
I mean, I'm backing in Chrome, so we'll see if it works.
Oh,
Okay.
Which is why my camera now looks shitty.
No, it's okay. I got you.
Yeah, maybe somebody else tried sharing. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'm putting too much on my pooter.
Yeah. I'm afraid of no ghosts.
Can we call the jealousy demon Regina George? I just feel like
For sure.
It feels
I don't know
appropriate.
the reference, but I like it.
Mean
Girls, Evan?
Girls.
Mean Girls. Have you not seen Mean Girls?
I haven't.
No,
Oh.
really.
I know. It's embarrassing.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I suck.
I mean,
So Fitz, finish while I set up this screen share.
Yeah.
Why don't you finish what I started?
Oh, well, we're just at a beauty pageant in the Chaos
Yeah.
Realms. The jealousy demon named Regina George is our enemy, obviously. And we are picking teams to play Tiara Ball. Right?
Tiara Ball.
Yeah, you can't get your
Yes.
tiara knocked off. This is our version of combat meets dodgeball meets beauty pageant in Daggerheart.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not convoluted at all, you guys.
Yeah,
It's really straightforward.
I'm just gonna do whatever you tell me to do.
Look, we're picking teams to fight
Yeah.
Demon Regina George. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demon Regina, Demon Regina, Demon Regina. Got it. I'm writing it down.
Evan, I got the resize.
Oh, you do? Thanks. Yeah, I realized in full screen mode I couldn't move stuff around, which is important. We're moving stuff around. Removers and shakers here.
I'm very, very grateful that all of y'all are here hanging out with us on a national United States holiday. Thanks.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we're not celebrating too much. The four of us, whatever. But
We're celebrating my birthday week.
we're
out here.
celebrating.
That's right.
AK's birthday.
That's right.
And hanging out with
It's my
friends.
birthday.
Yeah, it's AK's. Okay, Demon Regina, George.
Okay, so I think we are now GTG.
All right.
I'm just gonna pick my favorites.
Okay,
Wasn't around
Great.
for the explanation.
I do have a strategy. We're gonna talk through it. We've got this.
that works. Yeah. Okay.
Who's ready?
Okay, let me.
Somebody go first.
I'm going first.
AK's
Right.
the birthday girl.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She goes first. Do
Yeah.
you still have power over the clock? Timer?
Yes. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Get on,
I'm on the
Bubba.
clock. As I think the only one of us who really cares about sports ball not playing so much as watching, and who does participate in fantasy draft sports things.
Yes.
This would be the time that we would be like, if we were watching like a fantasy football draft, we would see like, the managers and the coaches and the staff all like wildly like making calls, and then there would be a bunch of talking heads
Yep.
speculating about who they're going to pick. So looking at the board here and seeing who's available, since I do have top draft pick because my friends here pitied me because it is my birthday week, and for that I am grateful. I am going to build my party to take down Regina George, I think is what I heard. By the way, just in case anyone is curious how I feel about stuff and things, I'm okay with the movie. It's not Lilo's best. I fucking love the musical. So if you haven't seen it yet, either on stage or on screen, treat yourself. And I don't think that this is going to come as a surprise to anybody, but if anybody wants to post up in the comments what they think I'm going with, I think it's going to be a surprise to some, and I think it is going to be not at all a surprise to others.
Well, I know at least one of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
I
do
think
y'all
we're going to
think
be
I'm
fighting
picking?
over one class.
Well, I mean, sorcerer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed that y'all would assume that I was going to pick sorcerer first.
Yeah.
I am
Oh, so
not
this
going
is
to pick
like,
sorcerer first.
Yeah.
Is this
I don't think you were going to go sorcerer first.
I didn't know
It's
if
too
it was
obvious.
first, but like it's in there.
I do want the sorcerer, but I'm not gonna waste my first round pick. Matt is shook over this, and I still have 33 seconds to be up. Love that.
Do you?
My heart is
How
just
how is a
racing.
sorcerer? Would a sorcerer be valuable or not valuable against a demon of Jealousy.
Oh my God! Unleash chaos on that demon? Hell yes,
come
it's going to be great. Sorcerer is an awesome pick, and I feel like I might be like screwing myself over now that I've shown my cards and how much I want this.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that sorcerer if you don't do it.
First round pick, I gotta go with my heavy 4 Daggerheart. Locking it in now. Give me that Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were doing that. Yeah.
I feel like that was very obvious. I feel like y'all knew that that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that was going to be my second round pick, but I knew you were going to go for it.
Yeah, I had to go early for that one because I know that
too
the Guardian's going to be a favorite. All right.
Yeah.
That's how the first round is done. And so
Do it, baby.
this is how we do it. Okay. So, all right, Fitz, are you ready? I'm starting
Oh,
the
am I
clock.
second? Okay.
Yep. Ready?
I do like, real quick, I like
Do you love
Drew's
a timer?
comment. Oh, God, okay. Well, I've got time because I already know what I'm going to pick. I like Drew's comment, which is AK's logic is giving Princess Bride Witch Goblet is poisoned monologue.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you could say to me.
Well, today AK is solving her shadows of dodgeball, and I'm solving my shadow of timers, and I'm not letting this 2 minutes affect me because
Okay.
I have
Good.
come
start.
into this with a strategy, and which allows me to be flexible. Obviously, I have my first pick for each category that I'm going with. And I do think my first pick is not going to be a surprise. I'm going for
Druid.
it. And it's going to be a druid. My first pick is a druid.
Okay, interesting.
Because specifically, I know, Evan, you freaking hater, you druid hater. But these guys are Swiss Army knives. I want my first pick to be the most versatile pick. Mute him. Who's an editor? Mute him.
God, you got to it first, Fitzy. You own that shit, and I love it.
I will. Look, if my first pick, if I get an opportunity, I want the most versatile option first. Just in case I miss out on one of my categories, I want someone who can do a little bit of everything.
See, I really respect that AK chose like against type. You know, everyone thought, okay, for sure, sorcerer. Woo, man, I'm
not-
so surprised. But Fitz,
No, I'm leaning into this, okay?
yeah.
I don't care that it's my favorite class. Even if I was, you know what? If I was a druid hater like Evan, I maybe would still have gone for druid first because you can't argue with a Swiss Army knife.
yeah, maybe a demon
Damn.
of jealousy can though.
You're just jealous that these babies are the best.
You got 8 seconds to tell me how a druid is going to kick a demon's ass.
And Evan took 3
Healing,
seconds to ask the
They
question.
have beast forms
One.
and they're tanks.
By the way, Fitzy,
Wow.
I did turn the sound off for the timer at least. That's
Thank
my
you.
way
That
of-
does help.
Yeah.
That does help.
honoring you.
Yeah.
Okay, legit shocked me with that pick. Like I knew you were going to go for the druid. I didn't realize that was going to be your first round take, and that's hot. I'm
Look,
here for it.
I'm starting out broad and I'm narrowing in on my picks. I'm going from the more jack of all trade to the more specialists.
So druids and sorcerers have unleashed chaos.
Yes,
Is that right?
That's the domain they share. All right, Maddie, 2 minutes on the board. You ready? And
Okay. So ready. Yes.
Oh, I know what Matt's going to pick.
Do you really?
Seraph.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that White Fox, Seth, and Joel have already said that there's one that I won't pick. Though I will say that in an upcoming game that we will televise at some point, I am playing a Seraph. I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is, or the opposite of that. But AK actually picked my first pick, so I mean, Guardians are just so insane.
they're
Yeah.
so
It's
freaking
insane.
good.
They're
But
good.
did
That's
you see
true,
this
and-
comment from Fire
Yeah.
Pig? Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah.
Very
I
dodgy.
still, but they can
Not
take
too
the
dodgy.
damage, like, and
you
then
can
growl
take
back
it
out
like
you to
a
unsurf
shoo.
and unseat and unsettle.
So they just step in front of everyone else
Yeah,
getting.
I mean, DT said it because they don't need to, like, and that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yeah.
Well, okay, all right.
And White Fox says in our video we did not argue that it was a bad class. We were not saying that it was a bad class, Seraph.
Yeah.
But I just, you know what? I'm gonna go
Who made that sound?
That was Matt.
Me, sorry. I'm gonna go rogue. Speaking of which, dodgy.
That is shocking to me.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I'm gonna go
shook.
rogue. Yeah.
Okay, cards on the table, Matt. That was the next one I was planning on taking. So now
Oh, we were all gonna fight over Rogue. Rogue was on my top list too.
because that's my Swiss Army knife is the rogue.
And how is a rogue good in a kickball fight with a demon of jealousy?
Because
Daggers.
Dodgy, dodge.
They dodge
They
it
can
so
dodge.
much your shoulder stab
is
at
strong
you.
within this one.
Sneak attack,
I don't know.
dodgeball damage.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Maddie,
I mean,
great first round pick.
Great first round pick.
thank you. That means a
Oh,
lot
wow.
coming from you,
Man,
AK.
a lot of support here.
Thanks.
Great. I'm gonna go ahead and say I gave this absolutely no thought.
Are we shocked?
At all. So I don't really have a strategy here.
You're no strategy, just vibes.
Yeah, baby. I keep it real. I'm going to.
Oh,
I'm going to
damn.
go. Oh, I'm going to get buck wild. You just saw me.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Please do.
Interesting. Let me just debate. Who would be the best? Because this is our first line of defense, right? Round one. These are the people you're going to send in first against a demon of jealousy.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the demon of jealousy real quick.
Okay. Demon Regina. Yeah.
Yeah, Demon Regina. Is that the Lindsay Lohan of that movie?
No.
No,
That's
that's
the other girl. What's her face?
The gorgeous
It's
Rachel
Rachel
McAdams.
McAdams, or in the musical. Damn it, her name just flew out of my head, but she's from North Carolina and she's phenomenal. Renee Rapp.
Oh. Anna Camp.
Renee Rapp.
Renee Rapp. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
related to. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So this demon is trying. If this demon wins the kickball, then they become prettier than us. Is that the story?
Yes, obviously.
So, and I don't want to be fugly. So what do I have to do? I have to pick
I think I know what you're gonna pick.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh my
catch
God.
a demon by its toe. If it hollers, say what's up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Interesting. That wild card's coming in. I feel like from
And
Fitz.
just
why the
in the nick of
warlock?
time.
Yeah,
So
you know,
interesting.
I know what time it is.
Warlock time.
Warlock.
I don't know anything about it because I know that's a void.
It is a new.
class.
This
It's
is
a
a new
newbie. I don't know
void.
anything about it. I don't really even know much about warlocks from other game systems that we don't talk about on this channel anymore. Jake, hey, calm down.
I want to hear from the chat who won round one because I have to make everything a competition.
Obviously. Oh shit! Do I need to make a poll?
There we go. Do that. While we talk
girl.
about. Okay, so I saw both DT and Alan, whole RPGs, asked in the chat, are we reversing order? Okay. In drafts, there's a couple of different ways that it can happen. What's
Okay.
really fun in a draft is if you do what's called like a snaking order, where like, you know, one starts and then we go like this. So then like we would boom flip the next round. What we were planning on doing was the next round Fitz, then Matt, then Evan, then like, so who goes first goes last. And doing it that way. So which way would y'all rather do? Having Fitz go first, then Matt, then Evan, then me? Or going Evan, Matt, Fitz, me? Either way, I'm going last. So
Who smelt it goes last.
I don't. So
I like the idea of snakes.
Okay, so you want to do the snake? Okay.
Sure.
Snake.
All right, so let's see how the voting goes. It's my birthday. Need I remind y'all when you vote for me?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
funny that you guys are even considering that anybody but AK would have won this round, but okay.
Well, I mean, I think a warlock.
Guardian?
What kind of things could a warlock do in Daggerheart?
What can a warlock do?
How many demons could a warlock lock if a warlock
Chuck, if
could
it-
lock
What can a
demons?
warlock
Good.
do
What
with
would you
an
do
otherworldly
for
patron?
a patron thing?
No. Terrify. It's about terrifying things, summoning horrors.
TARRIFF.
Mm-hmm.
TARIFF. Why?
Yes.
How much war could a
Yes,
warlock
happy
lock if
America,
a warlock could
yes.
lock war? Thanks, DT.
Nice.
I love that.
Dark Army. I bet Dark Army would do some damage.
Okay.
But I am with
bring a
Daniel
Dark
Grace.
Army to this kickball team.
I just want
Warlocks
to
look
White
fun.
Fox. I don't anymore, but I was commissioner for several years, and I rule with an iron fist.
Yeah, not secret in any way. Very, very public. And that's what this was all her idea. I still don't understand what's happening, but I love it. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, AK, you won that round, obviously.
Yeah.
What, brother? What were you gonna? Here, let me bring this up from Daniel. What were you finna say about warlocks?
Warlocks look fun, but as a void class, they're going to be less sure of them. That's exactly what happened to me. I was going to play Warlock in a recent game, down to the wire, and I decided that I didn't really understand Warlock.
Oh, it's like the
I needed
like the
I
first
needed some
release of the new
hand-holding.
iPhone. Like you never get
Yeah.
the first release.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was used to the button. I couldn't understand the swiping for at least.
Right. I know. I want to give me that home button back. Don't look at my
But
face.
it's got patron favors, right? It's got patron favors, which
Party favors?
was just tough for me. Yeah, party favors. Basically, you've got a number of favors from your patron that you can call upon. You have spheres of an influence, which are kind of like extra experiences. And then I just couldn't figure out exactly how to sphere of influence with favor. And I watched Daniel Bladebound Saga's video, and I was like, I still don't really get it.
No, I remember when it dropped, and that was one of the
Nothing to
first
you,
ones in
Daniel.
the void, and I was like, this is the one that needs work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
All right.
you guys
But
are
you
trying to
chose
throw
wisely.
shade on me. Is what you're saying.
I think what
I think you
chose
guys
is
Shade of a
are
warlock.
I
very
have no shade for you.
transparently insecure right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to throw that out.
Look,
All right.
we're gonna go with the fact that the warlock is gonna be great, and you have unlocked
Oh yeah.
in this dimension. It is
yeah.
key what you have unlocked, which is tentacles.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
All right. We're
Thank you.
doing the
welcome.
snake. So Evan,
Okay.
that means you're up first.
Plus.
And
Yeah, I haven't looked at the
the
new
timer
one.
starts now.
The timer started now. Okay, there's one on here that I know that I can't pick because of reasons.
Because of reasons.
I don't
And,
understand what those
well,
are.
you shall. And someone else might pick it, but I'm not gonna be that guy. Man, there's so many good choices here. So many good choices. The brawler is also a new one. And that's like is that the monk flavored one?
Yeah, they're flavoring, monk and just general martial artist or tanky juggernaut, but definitely
Just like a
melee
back alley.
hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wanna be a
A
brawler?
boxer,
shot
a fisticuff.
Yeah.
maker.
I am very glad that they changed the name from fighter to brawler. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feels so good.
See, they do
Okay, so
listen to
it's-
feedback and plug it
they
in.
do
just not
listen
on
to
Sarah.
feedback. Some of it, just not mine.
I don't. There was probably an edition of D&D where the barbarian was just a subclass of fighter. I still feel like
Yeah.
that should be the case because it
Yeah.
shouldn't. That doesn't need to be a whole class. It is just a sub.
Barbarian, though.
I mean, I love barbarians, but it's just a fighter. Yeah, right.
They're kind
Get one of those signs. Prove me wrong. Or-
Yeah. There we go.
What
That's
do
a
they say?
whole other topic for a whole other minute.
That
PDF
is. That
files
is.
called
We're not
baller.
talking about that game system. So let's see. We're playing kickball. Who's got a big ass foot? You know it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yes, foot.
You know what they say
Who's
about
got the-
bards.
Who's got the biggest foot?
I don't know what they say about bards. I'm just making shit up.
I think it's gonna be. I think Sarah's
Wow.
a
Evan, you were
huge.
surprising me.
Oh,
You were surprising me.
All right.
You know what? Someone told me that when the pendulum swings, it doesn't swing back to the center. It swings all the way to the other side. So Warlock to Seraph, baby.
All right, Maddie, you ready?
I am then going with the brawler, or as Dave Schrammick
Oh, Beanie
said, they actually misspell it on the official PDF as baller, which
Oh.
I'm okay with that too. Because
You know
brawlers can be ballers.
They're just
There's no
emotionally
shame.
in tune
Just
with
emotional.
themselves.
Yeah, in tune. I like the brawler. It is very cut and dry, more so than the warlock for me. Like I said, I liked the name change. I'm sorry, Fitz, if that was going to be your pick, but
It was, but it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
You can have it. You're
I like
picking all the
stances
things I
a lot.
wanted.
I do.
You know what you just opened my mind to, brother? Is that you don't have to use the entire 2 minutes.
No.
You can make up your mind immediately.
Analysis paralysis is not.
Sorry.
I thought
I can explain why.
For this to be a successful show, that I was going to have to use all 2 minutes every time.
Whoops.
Okay.
Sorry. No, that pretty cut and dry. I like stances. I like the concept of stances. I've always liked
I
that.
don't know much about
this
that.
is like, this is the where they're going. Again, this is the void, right? This is their thing that they're working out. But already I feel this is the anti-seraph in my mind. It is everything about a
Appropriate name.
a monk, appropriate name, and like removing elements of things that they don't really agree with 5e, but then
Neutral
putting them
flavor.
together in a very, very unique and open world way. I like it.
It is. The stances, man.
Harrington.
It was one of the things I loved about DC20. It's what I love about this brawler. The stances.
Yeah. Stance
All right,
all
Fitzy,
day,
you
night.
ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, you guys. My top picks have all been taken.
Aw.
It's okay though, because as I said, I have categories. I have strategy here. So I have my versatile fighter pick,
Yep.
which is my druid, and now I'm just trying to decide, based on what's left on the board, which of the other 2 categories I need to go with first, based on what's left in the selection. And I think for this round, I'm going to have to go for my damage dealer. So I have my Swiss Army knife and my druid, and I need my damage dealer. So I'm going to go warrior. Damn it. Because unlike a game which shall not be mentioned, the fighter class in Daggerheart is not vanilla. That bitch is like
So fun.
the most,
Yeah.
I don't know, flavorful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a dessert and coming up empty. It's just a bag of
It's
tutti frutti,
tiramisu.
man.
It's got layers.
It's got layers.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
Yeah, and crunchy
Uh,
on top.
Yeah. So I'm going warrior.
Funfetti.
Funfetti for sure, with some strawberries and whipped cream. This baby is
Trifle.
ready to go crazy. So yeah, I needed a damage dealer.
Oh
Nice.
man, such a good pick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
All right, I am back on
Don't
the
disappoint
clock.
us.
There are so I do have my damage taker and damage doer with the guardian, so it would make sense at this point for me to consider one of our more magic-y classes. I do in Daggerheart. Okay, so sorcerer overall I love. I'm just gonna pull back the curtain and just show y'all the inner workings. Okay.
Yeah. And you could do pop. You could choose 2 right now.
I mean, yeah, because I am next since we decided to snake it. So I'm trying my hardest to like. So I'm caught in a fight. Okay, there's an internal battle roiling within right now. Okay, do I do the Allison things and pick my favorites, or do I continue to surprise and delight?
I mean, or que no los dos.
Yes. Because like for some reason I think this is just the like petulant child in me, not wanting to pick the thing that you all think I'm gonna pick, just to be like, haha, you don't know me as well as you think I do, which is stupid because you do all know me well, and I do love the sorcerer. I'm also like my heart is starting to beat really fast as I like go back to 4th grade Allison, who was also still on the field, like making the eye contact with the team captains at this point.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
I
like
know.
and
So
I
it's the worst feeling.
yeah,
It is.
I kind of want to hug the bard, the ranger, the sorcerer, the witch, and the wizard, and remind them how unique and powerful and talented they are, and how any team would be lucky to have them. because I genuinely feel that
Give
way.
them a participation trophy.
Give them a participation trophy. But you know what? We have a guardian in the party already. And I think what a really nice compliment to the guardian would be, this is gonna feel strange for me to say, you guys, but Ever has changed my mind. I'm locking in Ranger because I want the animal companion with the guardian in my party to do some like up close shit and some far away shit.
Solid.
And now I reset the timer, and I'm just gonna keep monologuing.
Yeah.
This was y'all's idea to snake, by the way, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like a good snakes.
So I think that here in the last round, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. No shade to the wizard. I think that Seth broke my brain with wizard with how well he played Dimple, and part of me just doesn't ever want to touch wizard because there will never, in my mind,
There's a
at least,
fear. There's an
be
anxiety.
a better wizard. We all know that I love a sorcerer, okay? But Bard, since I couldn't get Rogue, is the other Swiss Army knife that I do genuinely love in Daggerheart. All of the different things that the Bard can do. Matt in our campaign with P Jukebox and Rachel in our campaign with Bladebound Saga, just two amazing different bards that any party would be so lucky to have. But y'all know me. I am a witch. And so the witch tiptoed into the void in the last update, and is built as very much like Ame's character in Worlds Beyond Number, for anybody listening to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit quieter of a pick, but I think about the party balance between the tanky guardian and the far away and fun ranger, and what if we could just have somebody who likes to play with herbs and light shit up whenever they need to? The witch could be
Play with herbs and light it up.
and light some shit up. I said what I
The
said.
ranger and that witch, man. They know
Way
what's
too
up.
yes and
Yeah.
that. And I think too that I picked the witch to go in here, and so it feels weird to leave the witch on the board. So I think, as much as I love the bard, and as much as I love the sorcerer, and as much as I am not here to shame or shade the wizard, I think that I'm gonna lock in the witch.
Lock it in, baby. Yeah, and that was the one that I said I will not pick this one.
Really?
Because
Okay.
Well, AK requested witch specifically, and it's AK's birthday. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that
Gotcha.
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Guardian, Ranger, Witch. That's our first team locked in.
First
you
team
guys.
locked
Oops,
in.
I hit start Fitz, so you're now on the clock.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I already know what I'm going to
Let me
pick.
run down your clock for you.
Yeah, let me run down your clock. No, I actually was going to pick the witch, and it was because
Aw.
of the Ame of it all.
Yes.
Aw.
But, I've already discussed my categories that I came into this brawl with the idea of trying to fill. The first one being I wanted my Switch Army knife, so I got my druid. Then I needed some sort of heavy hitter, someone who can be up there in the melee with, a weapon specialist, something like that. So that's where I got my warrior. Would have liked a guardian, but that's okay. My third category is I wanted a glass cannon of some sort. I was willing for that. My first pick was actually thinking rogue, because they're squishy, but they can be damage dealers. And
Yeah.
also, then in that case, I could have had a little bit more versatility with this last pick. That said, based on what's left, I think the obvious pick for me here is wizard. And it is because
Interesting.
I want to have a variety, as big of a variety of domains as possible. So right now I have picks where none of them share a domain.
That part.
Yep.
Interesting.
If I went sorcerer, I would have overlapped, and I already have a Swiss Army knife, so I don't need a bard. So I'm going wizard.
That's a fantastic pick. By the way, before the round even started, Bladebound already called this for you, overall Fitz.
Damn.
Well, he just said if I grabbed the bard, I would have won. But sorry, man. I want a glass cannon. I've got a fighter. I've got a Swiss Army knife. I need a magic glass cannon, and I wanted a diversity of domains. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An embarrassment of riches.
An
Well, brother,
Whatever it is. Yes.
whatever
My
you
turn.
choose leaves me with
Yes.
the sloppy 12ths.
That's true.
Good.
Remember-
You guys can't go wrong with what's left.
I don't
on
think
the
we can go
board.
wrong.
No.
I really can't.
Yeah.
And to the point, I was wondering whether Fitz might choose Bard for the reason that Daniel Grace just mentioned, because that's been my Bard is kind of my favorite character across the board, across the Bard. So I will but I've been so open to allowing my friends to choose first. I will go with Bard, and I'll tell you why.
Interesting.
For those reasons. I've got a rogue, and I've got a brawler. Now, that brawler is going to have to protect these other slightly squishier ones, but I think that if you've got a sneaky in shadows, but you really do need the one that distracts. Yeah. And you need the one that is also very pretty. And you need the one that's going to really get Regina, Demon Regina's goat, right? And I think that's going to be the Bard.
Way to not lose the plot, Maddie.
I know, I totally lost the plot. Good job, Matt. Thank you so much.
Thanks. It's rarity. It's a rarity. Yeah.
Incredible.
So, thank you. Yeah.
And
I still talked too fast, but yeah. You know what I'm saying.
You did it. And
I'm gonna start the timer just for fun, even though.
Oh, thanks.
Tell us why you're so happy, and give a soliloquy to the sorcerer about why they're not the last pick and why you're so happy to have them complete.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was actually going to pick sorcerer earlier, but I didn't want to spitefully pick something that I thought another person was going. Even though that's a valid strategy, I didn't want to be that guy. So I'm actually pleased to be. To end up with old Sorcy. Here's the thing. I don't know about any of these classes. So could these guys win? You're going to have to tell me, you guys out there. Is this, this feels like a lot of arcane and divine power. And against a demon, I feel like that's good. Plus I have the healer. Sorry, guys. So, I guess a druid can heal whatever.
Druid and wizard can heal.
Boring. Really?
You keep asking if I'm going to come down to that ghost show on the 11th, and maybe I'll use that as a front to come and, I don't know, TP your office.
Whip my ass.
TP your office with a bunch of druid magic.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Druid's TP is just leaves.
TPK your office.
Yeah. No, I feel like I have a shot here, you guys, against a demon of jealousy. I feel like
I do too.
These are three potentially very pretty people who could make a demon of jealousy extremely jealous. We already established that seraphs have gigantic feet. Right. So excellent for kickball.
They got wings and giant feet.
That's true.
It's canon now.
Wings and feet.
I think I have it.
Well, thank you for whoever gave me the pity vote in the poll. I see you and I appreciate you, whoever you were. I think that I have the unassuming party. I think nobody expects me to win, which is why I would win. When I'm fine with that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I think, who was it? It might have been Fire Drake. Who said, Fire Drake said there are no bad classes. And I totally agree with that. I'm like, every time I look at someone's list, I'm like, oh man, obviously they would win. And then I look at somebody else's and I'm like, no, they got it. Like,
did you drop a poll already?
Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
And what were the results?
I can end it now. We've got
Get over
Matt has won. I was in second place. Evan was in third, and AK was in fourth. Which I don't think that's true.
It's okay.
I don't know if I could agree.
Bladebound disagrees. Fitz, AK, Matt, and poor Evan, not just Evan.
Why does it?
Thanks, Daniel. I think Daniel just doesn't like my tood.
He doesn't like your. That's what it is. The vibes. Daniel doesn't go into
too much sass. I'll turn the sass down.
So much sass.
I think
there's a lot of love
variety,
for Bard.
though.
Yeah,
there was a lot of love for Bard.
I've never played a Bard.
Love.
I've never played a Bard.
Honestly, if we hadn't thrown the witch in, I probably would have gone Bard over Sorcerer in my final round. I was really torn between those two.
What do you know about the witch?
Only what I've read on the Void, which there's not. I mean, so I a lot
pretty new.
Like, so they have hedge. What is it? The Dread and Sage are their domains. They're basically built as like a hedge witch. I mean, they even have like the hedge foundation herbal remedies. When you take downtime action that requires rolling, you can roll twice and take the higher roll. I love this, walk between worlds. Make a spellcast roll in an area containing one or more dead bodies. On a success, you can watch the last few moments leading to their death by bringing the surroundings of the past life into spectral form. So this kind of thing that plays with, like I said, herbs and spirits, is kind of the thing, like a seance on the battlefield.
Yeah. That's almost
will.
like what they had at one point. They gave something similar to the phone girl, and I think they switched it up. But it feels good as like a witch.
A witch,
thing.
yeah.
Like it's
Who
a
else
seance.
is in the dread domain?
That's
Warlock,
the
yeah.
warlock.
Warlock.
Just those two.
That's the new
See,
domain
Warlock
that came out with the void.
totally, like, flavor-wise makes sense. Witch feels like over-flavored to be in the dread domain because Glinda the Good Witch. There's all kinds of witches. Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Yeah, so the teenage
Right?
variety.
You know, there's like...
I don't know. That's tough. I feel like witches have like 3 domains that they could be around depending on what flavor they want. Like they could be more of like an arcane flavor, like what you're talking about, but then they could also be more sage or dread.
Sage is the one that for me is like lock it in. Dread does again. I mean, listen to that feature of the walk between worlds. You're communing with dead bodies. Like, does it get more dread domain than that? That's metal, and I love it.
It is pretty metal.
No, I'm not saying... I'm not criticizing the dread domain as a thing. That's awesome. I'm just saying maybe you want a witch who is, you know...
Yeah. But what's cool about
Into other
Daggerheart
stuff.
are the ways. So, like, I have definitely built characters where I have, and not even on purpose, but gone all one domain.
Yeah.
In my level ups easily, like without even trying to do that. So I think if you wanted to build a good witch, first of all, I don't know that I agree that the opposite of good is dread. But if you wanted to build that more Glinda type, you could lean more into Sage.
I mean, I don't want to build the Glinda type.
Yeah, shocking.
I want this dreadful one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dreadful in just like the bad sense of like, oh, that's dreadful.
I do love the subclasses though, Hedge and Moon.
That's
Yeah.
So somebody
That is pretty cool.
have a Daggerheart game that I can come play a witch in soon, please, and thank you.
Can we do an Oops All Witches game, please?
Yeah.
Oops, all witches. Witches do get stitches.
Witches, snitches.
Well, that was fun, AK. I never thought
really
that I would
fun.
enjoy a sport adjacent experience. But
So does this
I
mean I
enjoyed
can
this.
start a TPD fantasy football league?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this how?
I
is this
mean,
how you play fantasy foosball?
More.
Is this how you do fantasy curling?
That's right.
Let's find.
I'm
a
sure there's a
curling
fantasy
league. I'm
curling.
sure.
Fantasy
I'm
chess
sure.
players.
I'm sure.
With
yeah.
a fantasy, so you have a draft party, not unlike the one that we just had, where everybody, gets to build their team, and then week to week you set your lineup based on who you think is going to score the most points. And so, like, when you think about a fantasy football team, it's like you're going to have this team, and then you're going to have players on that team from all of the other teams, right?
Okay.
So, like, my quarterback might be on the Denver Broncos, but my running back might be on the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
And are y'all just letting me talk about this because it's my birthday week?
Yes.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm just
Let
like,
it cook.
no, please don't
Yeah.
stop. No, keep going. No, keep going. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Like-
you have to think about who each of like your players are playing. So like you have like a defense and you have a running back and things like that. So like I might have a really good defense, but like this week,
Right.
based on who that defense is up against, they're going to have a bad. And it's all a guessing game because
It's not about the team, it's about the person.
it's about the players and then who those individuals players teams are playing.
See,
And
it's
they're
only-
based on the real life stats
Yes, based
in
on
real
their
time.
life stats. So if, like
that
a quarterback
week.
has a great week, they're going to have a lot of fantasy points. If they have a shitty week, they're going to have bad fantasy points.
There
And you're
has
changing your
to
team
be-
every
Do you
week.
give the team a name? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you
yeah.
have to give your team a name, and it has to be a pun.
Obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
What
yeah.
are your top team names?
Leather and Lacey.
After
After
Cagney
Eddie-
and Lacey.
After Eddie Lacey. Hashmark Ingram. They always contain players' names. Probably the dirtiest was Manning all over my Tatum.
Wow. I love that. I'm going to smurf all over your Smurfs.
So DT and I are in an F1 league right now, and DT's team name is Back That Hass Up. Hass is a team name, and my team name is Ham for Ham, which because I love Lewis Hamilton, and that was the name of the lottery for Hamilton musical. So I found
John
a way
Hamm.
I was going to say, can I get John Hamm on my team?
Can I get a, yeah.
He's so handsome right now.
Well,
So, yeah.
there has to be a way. I think there's a way that we can marry this with actual play. Like, there has to be enough shows out there that have a weekly actual play that we could have
like
characters.
Get me Grog.
Right.
So, like, okay, so somebody gets Jester, somebody gets, I'm trying to, of course I'm blank, somebody gets Ame, somebody get, you know, like, you build a team, you build a fantasy party based on actual plays, and then I don't know how
people make
the
millions,
stats
you
work,
guys.
but
This is how people make
Fantasy actual
ideas like
play.
yeah.
I'm so into this.
And it's the acronym is
I'm writing it
FAP.
down.
Fantasy actual play. Welcome to our FAP league.
What are you doing this
everybody.
weekend? I'm fapping.
I'm fapping.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blade Bound. We did, so in our Thursday night game that AK and I were in, we did do a
We did
CR
do it.
Campaign 3 draft
Yeah.
where we tried to
what
guess
the classes we thought each player was going to take. So
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
think we picked
that
class and ancestry.
in Ancestry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not see Laura's sorcerer coming. I really thought she was going to go like barbarian or some shit. But what you going to do?
I called Sam being an Aorbaton. I knew
You
that was
did.
gonna happen.
You did have that part nailed.
I did.
When do
How
we
did
have
you-
to
how did you know
worry
that?
about that?
I just knew.
When they announced campaign 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll definitely we'll do something like that in our Discord. We could do like a little watch party fantasy draft.
It was fun. It was
I'm
fun.
into
We
it.
should do that for CR4 with the Discord.
CR4's got to be Daggerheart.
Gotta
right?
be.
Gotta be.
Yeah, that's what
I don't
the
think we'll ever
entire chat
know.
is saying right now.
We'll
never
we'll
know,
literally
yeah.
never know. They're gonna play the game and never reveal what what their classes, ancestries, or their dice rolls are.
All the
They're
mechanics will be redacted.
That's why they've moved from being live to releasing later because they're gonna edit out all the game. So it just the whole point is you have to guess what game they're playing.
Oh my god!
Surprise! It's Shadow Dark.
I know. I would watch that.
I would watch
really
that.
would.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I would really watch a Daggerheart season 4. Though I said that about season 3 and 2, and I still haven't. But
Yeah.
I want to be a critter like you cool people.
I know. It's so
want
cool to be a critter, but it takes a lot of time.
Just
And there's so many good other shows. There's so many other great shows out there, and I just it's what do you do? How do you consume it?
How do? Where do we find all the time?
I don't know.
I finally have caught up. I listened to the last episode they released for Worlds Beyond Number. Man, I
want that fox. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I want that fox. I want to be that fox.
Mm-hmm. They do have a fox plushie. I could get you
Do
a
they?
little, and it does.
Yeah.
It has one of those little
Is
things
it
where you pull
cute?
the cord. It's really cute. You pull the cord, and it's got Brennan saying some of the lines.
No.
Oh my
No.
god! Oh my 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 god!
Yeah.
The fox is
Oh my-
pretty great, though.
Well, now we know what AK's getting for her birthday.
I'm writing that one down. I'm writing it
And
down.
also
I
I
do
think
love
it's
that
Taylor
box.
Moore who does the sound design. Let me just say, out of everything, they always on the fireside chats, they're
beautiful.
always calling out how great Taylor is at the sound design, and that is true. Everything that Taylor composes and whatever for it is great. But where Taylor won me over officially was the fox's tippy tappies. They're perfect.
Oh yeah.
The little
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time the fox walks around.
Here's
Aw.
what: if you're not listening to Worlds Beyond Number, and don't laugh at me, hate podcasts. Not that I hate podcasts. I cannot.
You just
it's
don't
not-
listen to them.
It is not the way that
It's
I'm
hard.
able to consume things. Other than my favorite podcast, The Adventures of Bud and Herb, I don't listen to my own podcast because that's what everybody's like. You have a podcast. I'm like, doesn't matter.
You
Does
listen
not
to it
mean-
when you edit it, and then you never
That's
want to
it.
hear
I
it
don't
again
need to
after
listen
you
to
put
it
it
again.
in.
Why would you need to
Exactly.
listen? Yeah.
The only, of course, Bud and Herb, tune in the second I can get my paws on that one. But Worlds Beyond Number, my guys, please, just even if you hate podcasts and think you don't like podcasts like me, It is unreal. It is unreal.
I know. Well, it's got some of the best of the best.
Yeah.
But I listen to it on long road trips. That's how it works for my
that's
brain.
how you knock it out. What I really want to do one of these days. We're about to finish up. Maybe, knock on wood, Curse of Strahd, our 4-year-long campaign that was going to last 87,000 years. But when we're done with that, I want to do what they did for Worlds Beyond Number, and I think they put out like how they did it, but the children's adventure.
Yeah.
It's just so cute and an interesting way to build characters.
Can I get a confirmation that our next home game will be Daggerheart, and can I play a witch? Right here on the stream. Great.
Right here. Right now.
Before the devil.
Oh, trust me, after Strahd, we're going Daggerheart, because I needed to learn how to GM Daggerheart.
Yeah.
I have not done much.
Yeah. Go to Daggerheart school.
Yeah. And after being in a dread domain for so long, it'll be nice to just be colorful.
It's gonna be the brightest, shiniest, happiest,
bright, shiny, glitter,
darkest.
We're not going to be fighting anything. We're going to be liberating everything.
I'm already trying to do that in Barovia, but at least, you know what? For Daggerheart though, maybe instead of like fighting baddies, it's just like, our encounters are having to help some beavers build a dam, or maybe we're going to go help we're gonna cozy game Daggerheart.
It's like, what's that video game you play, Fitz?
Animal Crossing. We're gonna do Animal Crossing meets Daggerheart.
Yeah.
I agree with this. As someone who's not really been much of a GM,
I will say Cypher system is pretty damn easy. Okay. Not for the players, but for the GMs. You're just like, okay, players do a bunch of math. I'm not doing anything but telling you what is
That'll be such a joy when we do our Old Gods game.
I have this request. Fitz, you said way back what felt like 2 weeks ago, but now is 6 months ago, the beginning of the year, that you want less high fantasy and more other stuff. Specifically, I think you said like sci-fi or / horror. Yeah. And guess how much of that we've done?
Not very much.
0.
I do want to play. I want to play that divination game for real, because that feels very.
But that could be anything. That could be anything. You could make that fantasy. That felt very. And if you guys missed that last week,
oh my god,
please go back and watch that, and go like and subscribe to all of Matthew stuff. Good grief, Matt,
Divination RPG.
Matt, I'm so sorry you weren't here for that.
No,
but
I heard.
And you'll probably be GMing at Gen Con when he is doing his thing. If not, I don't know. Check your schedule. But anyways, my request is sci-fi. I want a scary ass sci-fi.
Man.
If I don't get it, I'm leaving.
We're doing Alien. It's done. We've got multiple people who've said they want to DM Alien for us. We got people
Daggerheart has.
But you can do that with Daggerheart.
You can.
I'm ready to do that.
It comes with that campaign frame, and I want to see a sci-fi horror witch by AK.
And done. Great.
Yes.
I know that Evan has to run, and I do want to mention what we're doing next week, because we're very excited about it.
Yeah.
Next week we will be joined by our good friends Tabletop Phoenix of Project Roleplay and Glenn Finney as we do another fundraising live stream. It is RPGs versus Alzheimer's disease, and we're going to win by raising all of the money. So we'll have a link for you guys soon. It'll also be in the description of that video. Any super chats donated next week will all go straight to the fundraising for that amazing cause. We're so grateful for Glenn for bringing this to us year after year. We had a ton of fun doing it in the DC 20 system last year. We're bringing Daggerheart to RPGs versus AD this year. So if you're in our Discord, stay tuned for the links, and otherwise watch the channel. We'll have that posted same time, same place next year.
Please come, all of y'all that are here. It's been a healthy group today. Please come back next week and bring friends, even those that maybe don't care anything about role-playing games. This is for a cause that is very, very dear to our hearts, very personal to us, and probably personal to a lot. It is a horrific disease, and everything that we can do to make it less horrific is the goal. So please come back. Please. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are excited to roll some dice for a great cause with some great human beings sharing the stream with us.
Can we play Void classes?
Sure.
Okay.
AK's a GM.
I'm gonna be, if you guys just, if you haven't listened to the Rob Zombie song "American Witch," go treat yourself, and then you'll know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Great.
I was gonna ask Evan, do we need to play some Sanderson sisters? But you know what? You follow that, Joy.
Well, the Sanderson sisters are American.
You're right. They're very American.
Very American. Yeah.
I mean, let's do it.
Okay.
Bread.
Which one are you? Which one am I?
I gotta think about it. I'm gonna think about it.
All right.
Because immediately I was like, I want to play this one, and then I'm like, we're gonna talk.
Well, it's been fun. Everybody stay safe. I hope that you get to keep all of your appendages if you're lighting off fireworks tonight.
Yeah, get peanut butter for your dogs.
If you're lighting fireworks tonight, I hope that there's not dead bodies inside, or maybe I do. That's called a callback. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice.
No, I appreciated it. I see you.
work.
I appreciate you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
everybody. All right. Well, we'll
Zip,
see you
zop,
guys.
zop.
Zip, zop, zop. I'll see y'all next week, and we'll see you in Discord. Bye.
Bye.